What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. Today we're here with a package. This is a package from a friend of mine from the US, United States, and his name, or the name that they use for the shop, is Japan Curtain Call. So the nice thing about this supplier is that they open a lot of cases, which means that in the most situations they could actually cover your whole order, and it could be shipped at once, so you will have everything you need in one shipment. And also they ship it very fast, like within a week you'll have everything you need. The communication is amazing. It's pretty nice guy to talk to, and that's also pretty cool to have people in the card business that you could also talk to, be friends to, and still buy your cards from. So in this box, we will be opening the cards that I have got from the newest sets. And the thing about this shipment is that we also have some beautiful energies that will actually fit into the few energies that we already have to make nice combinations. I will put the link of the seller in the description section below, and you will see also the logo on the screen, which is pretty nice for you guys if you are from the US or even from Europe, just like me, to be able to get your cards from them. They ship it in a box, which is pretty cool because it's not that easy to get lost. And you can see like the papers in here, just like that, and they added another smaller box in here for the cards to be in and not to be damaged. So the card that I'm looking for from the newest set is of course Eli, Diabolo's Playmaker Eli, and be looking for those in the in both rarities, in the silver rare and in the FFR. 4 of each, because there is a possibility that it would go into both decks, into Unrivaled and into Vehemence Bruce. And also we have these beautiful energy markers that we add as well. So as you can see right here, they have those in a beautiful top loader. Interesting Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves. They have this as well from their shop. And these are the other cards. So here you have the FFRs as well, and in here we have the other cards. So this is a card that we will zoom into in a little bit to talk a little bit about. These are some stables that you actually always want to have, at least 2 of each rarity for me, because I sometimes like to fit the SR and sometimes the FR. And here we have the other 2 FFRs and the 4 silver rares. So that's actually quite interesting to have everything we need in one set. We will talk about the cards a little bit, because that's also why we are here, to tell you guys about these interesting cards. If you are a Bruce player, then sometimes it's good to pick up some of the cards to keep your deck updated. And we will also talk about the energies, and we will change them into our energy side deck. So for now, let's put these aside. We will go back to those, and let's talk a little bit about the cards that we have right here. So let's begin with Eli. So of course right here we have 4 copies of the silver rare and 4 copies of the FR. I'm a big fan of the FR, of course, as always, or FFR in this case. And the reason is that the whole deck is in FFR as much as you can, and high rarity, of course, and that will always go into my deck. So for that reason, of course, we will be playing those in the main deck that we play. And then we have the silver rare in the secondary deck, because I don't want to switch them. Of course, attending a tournament, the deck that we play will be at the highest rarity as it could be. So right here you can see the cards, you can see the marking on the side being FFR, and you can compare it a little bit to the silver rare, as the silver rare looks more like an SP, if you ask me. just with the silver writing, but everything else looks more like an SP, as in you don't have anything beneath it and you could see the complete art. While the FR of course has the marking on the side, which fits into Gear Chronicle more than I would say Dark State in general, as in DI or Spike or Pale Moon. Maybe Pale Moon and DI a little bit more as well, but Spike, I don't think that they have anything with the marking on the side. It looks very, very, very Gear Chronicle-like, which is kind of sad because Gear Chronicle is the newest clan added to the Dark State. But hey, it is what it is, so nothing to do about that. Alright, so I will be checking the cards if they are in good condition and no damage is done. And in the meantime, I will also talk about the skill of Eli. So Eli, Diabolos Playmaker Eli is a card that we have had from the newest set, which is DZ-BT04. And the thing about this card is it's a Diabolos support, which is something that we haven't had for a while. Most support that we have got was indirects, and what that means in my book is that we got support that was meant for, let's say, grade 4s in general, especially for let's say decks like Chronojet as a grade 4 deck, but also it's usable, playable, and good to use in decks like Unrivaled. That's one of the reasons that the Unrivaled deck, in my opinion, is still the strongest. Then we have Vehemence Bruce. Vehemence Bruce was a good deck when it came out, but it really missed the extra. It had good cards, but it lost momentum very fast. Defensive options were good, but if you play against a deck that could remove stuff from your field, then basically you will lose your Stephanie, and when you lose your Stephanie, you lose the 5k that you have on your Vanguard. So yes, it was a good deck, but it was lacking. And Unrivaled Bruce, it always kept getting better and better, because most support that we have got for Dark State, some of it was usable. Excuse me, usable in Unrivaled. Well, in Vehemence Bruce, you were locked to play Diabolos cards, and even older cards like Mayuri, you could not play them in the deck because of the fact that they are not Diabolos. So for that reason, the Diabolos deck needed support. And now this card came in, and this card is basically made more or less for your Vehemence Bruce. You can play it in Unrivaled, you can play it in the Violence Bruce, you can play it in every deck, but it's more or less it's supposed to be played in the Vehemence Bruce deck. What it does, it has two abilities. The first one is an auto ability, and it worked when this unit is placed during the bell phase. Other than during the bell phase. So when this unit is placed other than during the bell phase, and you don't really need Final Rush or Final Burst for this ability, that's why it's usable in every deck, and it's also usable in the early game. And that's something that is pretty cool, because we had, in all the Bruce's decks, we have a very weak early game, and this is one of the cards that helps with that, and helps with the management of your energies. Maybe too much with the management of your energies, because we already have a promo Orland that also uses energy, so a little bit too much. But hey. So the ability, as I said, when this unit is auto ability on the rear guard, when this unit is placed other than during the bell phase. If you have a Vanguard with Diabolos, which you have if you play the right line, choose Energy Blast 3, that's the cost. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 normal units with Diabolos in their card names from among them, reveal them, choose up to 1 card with a grade less or equal than your Vanguards, and you put that on the regular circle, and you put the rest into your soul and shuffle your deck. So basically what it's supposed to do is you check that when you place it, you energy, and that's why I say it's supposed to do. You Energy Blast 3 when this unit is placed, other than during the battle phase, so it could not be an attack extender. That's basically the reason why they wrote it this way. You Energy Blast 3, you look at the top 7 cards. You add 1 card to your soul, and you call the other. But the cards that you may call or add to your soul, they need to be normal units, and they need to be Diaboloses. And that's something that's really irritated me when I read this card. And the reason is that you should be able to add whatever you want into your soul. It should have had the extra option that if there is an order in the top 7, then you could add the order to your hand. It should have had the option to call to the field whatever cards you want, because you could not add a PG to your hand with this. You could add an order, but they could also say you cannot add regalia pieces or whatever. So they wrote it in a way that it's only good in a full Diabolos deck. And there's also no reason not to be able to add or call triggers. You should have the option to call not normal units, like trigger units. Because if you want to add a trigger unit to your soul, be my guest, do whatever you want. But they limited the card too much. They added a lot of limitations to it. But basically, it's a good card. I don't know if it's as good as a triple rare. I think maybe because it just calls for 3-ish, as in your energy. And it of course has the second ability, which if you are in Final Rush, it gets boost. If you're on Final Burst, it gets plus 5k. So it's a good attacker. It's a good booster. It's an amazing card to have in VMNs, Bruce. As in VMNs, you do need your boosters, as in you also restand your boosters. So it's a good design card for that specific deck, but it's a less of a good card to add into your other Diabolos decks if you want to make those as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Playmaker Eli. Excited about this card, excited about updating the VMN Spruce deck, which you guys have asked for. But on the other hand, I am also focusing more on the Unrivaled deck, as in that's the deck that I will play in the upcoming big tournaments. Maybe if I already get a qualifier with Unrivaled, then I will maybe switch to VMS as well to give that deck a chance as well. So that's basically it. The two cards talking about both rarities, of course, that's pretty much up to you. You could also get just a normal rarity. They should not be that expensive. Alright, next cards. We have a new Dragon. So these are basically cards that you will get in every set, and the thing about it is you want to have them, as in if there will be a moment that you want to use them, then you have them. It's a card that has, I think that's something that all the nations got, so yeah, it's stable-ish. What it does is a continuous ability in the front row. During your turn, your opponent's intercept does not activate. The auto abilities and all of your opponent units that are put on the Guardian Circle from rare guards lose all of their auto and continuous abilities. It's a card, in my opinion, that you could play in Premium. It is easy to call this card to the front row in Premium, depending on which deck you play, and to just leave it there. If your opponent has a rare guard, or they have an ability that they could move rare guards from the field to the Guardian Circle and then use those abilities. But just too much work to get all of that. And also I can't think of something right now that has that ability. There are some cards like Fiona, for an example, it could work if it moves to the Guardian Circle from the field, or you place it from hand because the card says move. So yes, that works, but then again, like having it on the field and moving it to to that circle, I mean, you're asking a little bit too much. So yeah, it's not a card that I will be playing soon, but it is there if I need it. And then we have another interesting card. Well, this card actually needed a little bit more than what it does right now. I think that it's supposed to draw your card as well or something, I don't know. But what it does is you play it by Energy Blasting 3, which is very good in the Unrivaled Bruce deck, because in the late game, you will have lots of energies, and you will also want to create soul without having to lose cards from your deck. And what this card does is basically you Energy Blast 3, you choose 2 cards from your drop, and you put them into your soul. If your soul has 10 or more cards, you choose your Vanguard and you give it an extra 10k until the end of turn. So that is amazing, as in you give your Vanguard power, but 10 or more is asking too much out of an Unrivaled. I mean, this could fit, of course, better in other decks, but from the Unrivaled, 10 in the soul is definitely not possible. Maybe if you skip the turn because they got an OT and you just didn't want to push more, or if you play a different order than the one that I play, then that will be possible. But in the most situations, it is not possible. But yeah, it's a very good card. I think that it should have been a little bit different. Like for an example, Energy Blast 3, choose up to 2 cards from your drop zone, put them into your soul, give your Vanguard extra 5k. If you have 10 or more cards in your soul, give it 10k instead of the 5k. Something like that. Then it will be a little bit more playable. It's a card that I will debate playing. Also because the art is insane. The art is really, really nice. So that's one of the reasons why I would play it. But for now, it's not in the deck. It is not in the deck. Alright, now we come to these beautiful energies, and I'm very excited for those because I wanted to have exactly these two with the one that I pulled from the pizza box, or Lana, my wife, helped me pulling with the luck of sparkles and others from our friends group. So all of our luck combined, we were able to get a beautiful energy, and I needed these two. I needed these two as well. Well, liked to have these two as well, as they fit into the energies that I have as well. So these are the energies that I already have. I'm a big fan of this guy, so he's basically a card that I put right here, and these will be the ones that we'll be taking out, and this is the one that we pulled, so that's pretty cool, and these are the ones that I already have. So the beautiful CTM logo right here, and what I normally do is I place 3 of these as the first 3, and those are the ones that you will keep reusing most of the time. And then you have something that could look like this. So 3 of these and then 3 of these. That's nice. Or you could also do it like this. See, and you have him in between and you have this in between. That's cool as well. But now it's time to take most of these out and to add these beautiful 2 new in. The thing is, I wanted another red one. And of course, this is the one that is beautiful and fits very well. And the reason is that they are friends as well. So you could put it like this, or you could put it like that, or you could also just do it like this, and that would still look pretty good. And then this is the one that works or have a relation to this boy. Which is pretty cool. And Jinky is also a interesting character, as in he came back to the show, and also is the one that was not put on under the let's call it genjutsu because of his EI friends. Let's call it like that. And also it's one of the few that have a unique green color, which we haven't seen from the others. So yeah, and this one, because it's the same purple bluish as this is one, is the most, it's light purple, this one is a little bit dark purple, and this one is blue. So I also like this combination. So let's see how these look like. As you can see right here, the shine or the foiling is standard, I would say, but they look pretty cool with the Vanguard Divine on the side and the name right there. Also interesting is that they have that, puts some of them on this side and some of the others on the other side, which is also quite cool to have that. So this is it's a beautiful card, I'd say. Very nice how Bushrod were able to put this and move him a little bit up and still put the golden writing on the top of him, so you have kind of 3 or even 4 layers, and yeah, that's pretty amazing to be able to create that. I will put them in the sleeves right away, so they stay clear and they will not get damaged. It's pretty interesting to have these energies in the first how could I bring this? When I first saw them, I was like, they look pretty cool, especially this guy, but I was not going to get 10 of those. So I had the idea to get one of him and then use just the normal energies and just have him on the back and just use all of the the energies like puts underneath him, and it doesn't matter because he will be on top anyway. But then after that, I was like, okay, why not get 3 of him and use those 3 as the first 3? Or I could use him in between and have 2 normal energies behind him. Or I could use him on top and choose 2 normal behind him. Then I place 1 on top and then 2 normal as well. And then 1 on top and 2 normal. And then I saw most of these look amazing. And I was like, maybe I get them. And then I got all of those, so yeah. So that's how this monster of 10 energies or 9 for now got created. I was searching for the third one. I also told my friend that sent me these cards as well. That's I'm looking for the 10th one. I don't know which one that would be, but Yona looks good, and also that's one of the cards that Sparkles wanted, so maybe I was thinking of getting that one for him, but it was just a little bit too expensive to get at these ones because I had everything together, then it was pretty okay. This one looks also pretty sick. It's a different color red than this one. This one a little bit lighter. This one's a little bit more red, and this one we call in Dutch Bordeaux road. I don't know what's the English word for that. That's really cool because you see the color difference between his hair, which is more purple-like, and the color red behind it. It's another very interesting character. I don't really like the deck that he plays, I'll be honest with you guys, but I do like the character as in the way they created it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we'll take these out just to add this one in, and then the last one will be, I don't know, for now we'll have to see. We have some other beautiful energies that we could add as well, so maybe add those, but for now let's put this one in. But yeah, and then of course after getting these 3, I was like, okay, I could keep doing with these and the combination that you could do because I had 3 on 3, and then I was like okay, now we could also just get some of the newer ones. So I was looking at the newer ones, and I don't like the color yellow. I'm not a big fan of yellow, so I'm more always into red, purple, blue, a green, interesting as well. So I was like, okay, let's get these, and then we will see in the future what other beautiful energies we will get, because we will keep getting these, and also we will get the dark state one from the tournaments that we will enter in the BCS. So yeah, of course, if you get that one, then that's cool as well. Then you could just add that one to your deck, and you're good to go, because of course we're playing Dark State. Here we go. So these are the beautiful Inu 3 markers that we add, and I have right here, I think, the others. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think they are put in here. This is the normal Eli. Why is it not put in sleeves? I don't know. You could also just choose to put this one in. That's quite cool as well. As in, it's shiny. It looks cool. So you could also use that. But that's pretty much it for this video. Again, I would like to thank my friend who sent me these cards, Japan Curtain Call, or JP's Curtain Call. And yeah, it's pretty nice, very nice shipping. The cards got in beautifully, nothing was damaged, everything looks perfect. And yeah, that's important, especially for me, because I do take care of my cards, so I don't like them to have even a small dent or whatever into them. And that's pretty cool. Shipping was very fast, so well done, and everything was perfect. Shipping into Europe, you will have to see if your country will charge you a little bit more or not. So you have to think about that, of shipments from the US. But in general, you should be fine. He does give you extra discounts, especially for people from outside the States that have high shipping. He likes to sometimes gives you a discount on that as well. So I think you should be able to contact him, and if you need some cards, he will be more than happy to help you out. I think he also has a website, so that's sometimes easier. But I just like the personal contact on, for an example, Facebook. I find that pretty nice to have the option to do that and talk to people, and then make friends, and as well buy some cards. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Thank you for tuning in our channel. Hope that you guys enjoyed this fun video, and we will do more and more and more content for you in the future, of course, as always. Thank you again. Until next time.